here I stand, a god incognito disguised as man. There before the palace I see my lightning-married mother's grave, and there upon the ruins of her shattered house, the living fire of Zeus still smolders on, in deathless witness of Hera's violence and rage against my mother.
But Cadmus wins my praise. He has made this tomb a shrine sacred to my mother. Far behind me lie those golden-rivered lands, Lydia and Phrygia, where my journeying began. There I taught my dances to the feet of living men, establishing my mysteries and rites so that I may be revealed on earth for what I am, a god.
And thence to Thebes. This city, first in Hellas, now shrills and echoes to my women's cries, their ecstasy of joy. For I have come to refute that slander spoken by my mother's sisters, those who at least right to slander her. They said that Dionysus was no son of Zeus, but that Semele had fathered off her shame on Zeus. A fraud, they sneered, contrived by Cadmas to protect his daughter's name. They said that she lied, and Zeus, in anger at that lie, blasted her with lightning.
Because of that offense, I have stung them with frenzy, hounded them from home up to the mountains where they wander, crazed of mind, and compelled to wear my orgies livery. Like it or not, this city must learn its lesson. It lacks initiation in my mysteries. That I shall vindicate my mother Semele and stand revealed to mortal eyes as the god she bore to Zeus.
But if the men of Thebes attempt to force my BACCHAE from the mountainside, I shall marshal my Maenads and take the field. To these ends I have laid my deity aside and go disguised as man.
On my women, on Herdsman of my progress here, let the city of Thebes behold you. Out of the land of Asia, down from holy to holeless, speeding the service of God, for Tropius we come.
In the worship of God.
She whom the Spirit of God possesseth,
who is one with those who belong to the holy body of God.
Blessed are the dancers and those who are purified,
who dance on the hill in the holy dance of God.
Blessed are the thirst bearers, those who wield in their hands the holy wand of God.
Blessed are those who wear the crown of the ivy of God.
Blessed, blessed are they. Dionysus is their God.
Ho there, who keeps the gates? Summon Cadmas. Cadmas, and our son, the stranger from Sidon, who built the towers of our Thebes. Go, someone. Say Tieresias wants him. You will know what errand brings me. That agreement age with age we made to deck our wands, to dress in skins of fawn and crown our heads with ivy.
My old friend, I knew it must be you when I heard your summons. For there's a wisdom in his voice that makes a man of wisdom know. But here I am, dressed in the costume of the god, prepared to go. And so far as we are able, Tiresias, we must do honor to this god. For he was born my daughter's son, who has been revealed to men as the god, Dionysus. Well, where shall we go? Where shall we tread the dance, tossing our white heads in the dances of the god? Expound to me, Tiresias, for in such matters you are wise. Surely I could dance night and day, untiringly beating the earth with my fiercest. And how sweet it is to forget my old age.
Same with me, I too feel young enough to dance.
Good. Shall we take the chariots to the mountain?
Walking with me. It shows more honor to the god.
So be it. I shall lead, my old age conducting yours.
The god will guide us there with no effort on our part.
Are we the only men who will dance for Bacchus?
They are all blind. Only we can see.
But we delay too long. Here, take my wand. I am a man, nothing more. I do not scoff at heaven.
We do not trifle with divinity.
Because you cannot see Tiresias, let me be interpreter for you this once. Here comes the man who I left my throne, Echion's son, Pentheus, hastening towards the palace. He seems excited and disturbed. Yes, listen to him.
I happened to be away out of the city, but reports reached me of some strange mischief here. Stories of our women leaving home to frisk in mock ecstasies among the thickets of the mountains, dancing in honor of the latest divinity, a certain Dionysus, whoever he may be. Yes, my own mother Agave, and Ino, and Atonaway, mother of Actaeon. In no time at all, I shall have them trapped in iron nets and stop this obscene disorder. I am also told a foreigner has come to Thebes from Lydia, one of those charlatan magicians with long, soft curls, smelling of perfumes, with flushed cheeks and the spells of Aphrodite in his eyes. His days and nights he spends with women and girls, dangling before them the joys of initiation in his mysteries. But let me bring him underneath that roof, and I'll stop his pounding with his wand and tossing his head. By God, I'll have his head cut off! What? But this is incredible. Tieresias the Seer, tricked out with dappled fawn skin. And you, my own grandfather, playing at the clock and the wand. Sir, I shrink to see your old age so foolish. Shake that eye leaving for grandfather. Now drop that one. Drop it, I said. Oh, I see this is your doing, Tieresias. You wish to see still another god revealed to man, so you can pocket the profits from burnt offerings and bird wine.
What blasphemy!
Stranger, have you no respect for heaven?
For Cadmas, who sowed the dragon's teeth? Will the son of Actaeon disgrace his house?
Give a wise man an honest grief to plead, and his eloquence is no remarkable achievement. Mark my words, Elias. Do not be so certain that power is what matters in the life of man. Do not mistake for wisdom the fantasies of your sick mind. Welcome the gods of Thebes, crown your head, pour him libations, and join in his revels.
Apollo would approve your words.
Wisely you honor Bromius,
A great god. My boy, Tiresias advises well. Your home is here with us, with our traditions and customs, not outside, alone. Your mind is distracted now, and what you think is sheer delirium. Even if this Dionysus is no god, as you assert, persuade yourself that he is. For Semele will seem to be the mother of a god, and this confers no small distinction on our family. Here, let me wreath your head with leaves of ivy. Then come with us and glorify the god.
Get away from me. Go worship your Bacchus, but do not let your madness up on me. By God, I'll make him pay to make the communist fall with you. Go and scour the city for that effeminate stranger who infects our women with this strange disease and pollutes our beds. When you take him, clap him in chains and watch him. He shall die as he deserves, being stoned to death. He shall come to rule his merrymaking here in Thebes.
Reckless fool, you do not know the consequences of your words. You spoke madness before with this raving lunacy. I speak not prophecy, but fact. Word of fools finish in folly.
Holiness, Queen of Heaven, holiness on golden wing, who hover over earth. Do you hear what Pentheus said? Do you hear his blasphemy against the Prince of the Blessed, the god of garlands and banquets, Bromius, Semele's son?
Until without reigns defiance and wisdom to endless disaster, the life of wise with wisdom that accepts these abide unshaken, preserving, sustaining ounces of man. Far in the air of heaven, the sons of heaven live, but they watch the lives of men, and what passes for wisdom is not. Unwise are those who aspire, who outrange the limits of men.
Briefly we live, briefly then die. Wherefore I say, he who hunts a glory, he who hunts some boundless superhuman dream, may end his harvest here and now and garner death. Such men are mad, their counsels evil.
Oh, let me come to Cyprus, island of Aphrodite. Oh, Bromius, leader, god of joy. Bromius, take me there. There the lovely graces go, and their desire, and there the right is mine to worship as I please.
Pentheus, here we are, not empty-handed either. We captured the quarry you sent us out to catch, but afraid he was tame, refused to run or hide, held out his hand as willing as you please, completely unafraid. His ruddy cheeks were flushed as though with wine, and he stood there, smiling, making no objection when we roped his hands and marched him here.
As for those women you clapped in chains and sent to the dungeon, they're gone, clean away, when skipping off to the fields crying on their god Bromius. The chains on their legs snapped apart by themselves.
Sir, this stranger has come to Thebes has fought many miracles. I know no more than that. The rest of this is your affair.
Untie his hands. We have him in on deck. He may be quick, but he cannot escape us now, I think. So, you are attractive stranger, at least to women, which explains, I think, your presence here in Thebes. Your curls are long, you do not wrestle, I take it, and what fair skin you have. You must take care of it. No daylight complexion, no, it comes from the night, when you hunt after night with your beauty. Now then, who are you, and from where?
It is nothing to boast of and easily told. You have heard, I suppose, of Mount Tmolus and her flowers.
I know the place that brings the city of stars.
I come from there. My country is Lydia.
Who is this god whose worship you have imported into Hellas?
Dionysus, the son of Zeus. He initiated me.
You have some local Zeus who spawns new gods?
It is the same Zeus as yours, the Zeus who married Semele.
How did you see him? In a dream or face to face?
Face to face, he gave me his rights.
What form do they take, these mysteries of yours?
It is forbidden to tell the uninitiated.
You shall regret these clever answers.
And you, your stupid blasphemies.
What a bold pecan! You wrestle well when it comes to words.
Tell me, what punishment do you propose?
First, I shall cut off your girlish curls.
My hair is holy. My curls belong to God.
Then, I shall place you under guard and confine you in the palace.
The God himself shall set me free whenever I wish.
You will be with your women in prison when you call on him for help.
He is here now and sees what I endure from you.
Where is he? I cannot see him.
With me. Your blasphemies have made you blind.
Seize him! He is both me and Thebes!
I give you sober warning, fools. Place no chains on me.
But I say chain him, and I am the stronger here.
You do not know the limits of your strength. You do not know what you do. You do not know who you are.
I am Pentheus, son of Echion and the Goddess.
Pentheus! You shall repent that name.
Off with him! Chain his arms, lock him in the stable by the palace. This is the darkness he desires. Give him what he wants. Let him dance down there in the dark. As for these women, his accomplices in making trouble here, I shall have them sold as slaves or put to work at my looms. That will silence their drum.
Oh, Mercy, holy river, child of Echilos waters, yours the springs that welcomed one's divinity, the son of Zeus. With fury he rages, Pentheus, son of Echion, born of the breed of earth, spawned by the dragon, built by earth. He has threatened me with bonds, though my body is bound to God. He cages our comrades with chains. He has cast them in prison darkness.
O Lord, son of Zeus, do you see? O Dionysus, do you see how in shackles we are held unbreakably in the
overcome with fright, you fell to the ground? I think then you must have seen how Bacchus jostled the palace of Pentheus. But come, rise, do not be afraid.
O greatest light of our holy revels, how glad I am to see your face. Without you, I was lost.
Did you despair when they led me away to cast me down in the darkness of Pentheus' prison?
What else could I do? Where would I turn for help if something had happened to you? But how did you escape that godless man?
With ease, no effort was required. But judging from the sound of tramping feet within the court, I think our man will be here soon. What, I wonder, will he have to say? But let him bluster. I shall not be touched to rage. Wise ones know constraint. Our passions are controlled.
This is mortifying. That stranger, that man I locked in irons has escaped. What? You? What do you have to say for yourself? How did you escape? Answer me!
Your anger walks too heavily. Tread lightly here.
How did you escape?
Don't you remember? Someone, I said, would set me free.
Someone? But who? Who is this mysterious someone?
He who makes the grape grow its clusters for mankind.
Splendid contribution, that.
You disparage the gift that is his chiefest glory.
If I catch him here, he shall not escape my anger. I will order every gate and every tower be bolted tight.
And so? Could not a god hurdle your city walls?
Oh, you are clever, very, but not where it counts.
Where it counts the most, there I am clever. But hear these messengers who bring you news from the mountain of Cathiron. We will remain where we are. Do not fear, we will not run away.
Pentheus, king of Thebes, we come from Cathiron where the gleaming flakes of snow fall on forever.
Get to the point. What is your message?
Sir, we have seen the holy Maenads, the woman who ran barefoot and crazy from the city. And we wanted to report to you in Thebes what weird, fantastic things, what miracles, and more than miracles these women do. May we speak freely with our own words, or should we make it quick? I fear your impatience, sir. Too quick, kingly, and too quick.
You may speak freely. You have my promise. I shall not punish you.
About that hour, when the sun lets loose its light to warm the earth, our grazing herds of cows had just begun to climb the path along the mountain ridge. Suddenly, we saw 3 companies of dancing women, one led by Autonoe, the second captained by your mother Agave, while Ino led the third. There they lay in the deep sleep of exhaustion, some resting on boughs of fir, others sleeping where they fell, but all modestly and soberly, not as you think, drunk with wine, nor wandering, led astray by the music of the flute to hunt their Aphrodite through the woods.
But your mother heard the lowing of our horned herds, and springing to her feet, gave a great cry to waken them from sleep. And they too, rubbing the bloom of soft sleep from their eyes, rose up lightly and straight, a lovely sight to see, all as one. One woman struck her thyrsus against a rock, and a fountain of cool water came bubbling up. Another drove her fennel into the ground, and where it struck, at the touch of God, a spring of wine poured out.
We cowherds and shepherds gathered in small groups, wondering and arguing among ourselves at these fantastic things, these awful miracles those women did. Then a city fellow with a knack of words rose to his feet and cried, "All you who live upon the pastures of the mountain, what do you say? Shall we earn a little favor with King Pentheus by hunting his mother Agave out of the revels?" Falling in with his suggestion, we withdrew and set ourselves in ambush, hidden among the undergrowth. With a cry, the BACCHAE whirled their wands for the revels to begin. "O Iacchus! O son of Zeus! O Bromius!" they cried, until the beasts in all the mountains seemed wild with divinity. And when they ran, everything ran with them.
It happened, however, that Agave ran near the ambush where we were concealed. Leaping up, I tried to seize her, but she gave a cry. "Hounds who run with me! Men are hunting us down! Follow! Follow me! Use your wands for weapons!"
At this we fled, barely being missed, torn to pieces by the unarmed woman. And at this they swooped over the field of cattle grazing the green meadow, and then you could see a single woman tear a fat calf in half, still bellowing in fright, and the others clawed at the heifers. There were ribs and cloven hoofs scattered everywhere, and scraps smeared with blood hung in the fir tree.
And then, carried up by their own speed, they flew like birds across the spreading fields.
Everything in sight they pillaged and destroyed. Flames flickered in their curls and did not burn them. The men ran, routed by women. Some god, I say, was with them.
Whoever this god may be, sire, welcome him to Thebes, for he is great. I tremble to speak the words of freedom before the tyrant, but let the truth be told, there is no god greater than Dionysus!
Like a blazing fire, this Bacchic violence spreads. You there, go down quickly to the Electron Gate and order out all heavy armored infantry. Call up the fastest troops from our cavalry, the mobile squadrons, and the archers. We march against the BACCHAE!
Pentheus, you do not hear, or else you disregard my words of warning. You have done me wrong, and yet, in spite of that, I warn you once again, do not take arms against a god. Stay quiet here. Bromius will not let you drive his women from their revels on the mountain.
Don't you lecture me. You escaped from prison, or shall I punish you again?
If I were you, I would offer him a sacrifice, not rage and kick against necessity, a man defying God.
I shall give your god the sacrifice that he deserves. His victims will be his women. I shall make a great slaughter in the woods of Catharon.
You will all be routed, shamefully defeated when their wands of ivy turn back your shields of bronze.
It's hopeless to wrestle with this man. Nothing on earth will make him hold his tongue.
Friend, you can still save the situation.
How? By accepting orders from my own slaves?
No, I undertake to lead the women back to Thebes without bloodshed.
This is some trap.
A trap? How so if I save you by my own devices?
I know! You and they have conspired to establish your rights forever.
True, I have conspired with God.
Someone bring my armor, and you stop talking.
Wait! Would you like to see their revels on the mountain?
I would pay a great sum to see that sight. I could crouch beneath the fir trees, out of sight.
But if you try to hide, they may track you down.
Your point is well taken. I will go openly.
First, however, you must dress yourself in women's clothes.
What? You want me, a man, to wear a woman's dress? But why?
Well, if they knew you were a man, they would kill you instantly.
You're an old-handed cunning, I see.
Dionysus taught me everything I know.
Your advice is to the point. What I fail to see is what we do.
I shall go inside with you and help you dress.
Dress in a woman's dress, you mean? I would die of shame!
Very well. Then you no longer hanker to see the Maenads?
I could not bear it. I cannot bring myself to wear a woman's dress.
Then you must fight the BACCHAE. That means bloodshed.
Right. First we must go and reconnoiter.
Surely a wiser course than that of hunting bad with worse.
But how can we pass through the city without being seen?
We will take deserted streets. I shall lead the way.
Any way you like, provided those women of Bacchus don't jeer at me. First, however, I shall ponder your advice whether to go.
Do as you please. I am ready whatever you decide.
Yes, either I shall march with my army to the mountain, or act on your advice.
Women, our prey now thrashes in the net that we threw. He shall see the BACCHAE and pay the price with death. Now I will go costume Pentheus in the clothes which he will wear to Hades when he dies, butchered by the hands of his mother. He shall come to know Dionysus, son of Zeus, consummate god, most terrible, and yet most gentle to mankind.
rising in the heavens. And now 2 Thebes, 2 cities, each with 7 gates. And you are a bull who stands before me there. Horns have sprouted from your head. Have you always been a beast? But now I see a bull.
It is the god you see.
Do I look like them? Like, or my mother Agave?
So much alike, I almost might be seeing one of them.
But to be a real Bacchant, should I hold my wand in my right hand, or like this?
No, in your right hand, and raise it as you raise your right foot. I command your change of heart.
Think, I can see them already. There among the bushes, mating like birds, caught in the toils of love.
Exactly. This is your mission. You go to watch. You may surprise them, or they may surprise you.
Then lead me through the very heart of Thebes, since I, alone of all the city, dare to go.
You and you alone will suffer for your city. A great ordeal awaits you, but you are worthy of your fate. I shall lead you safely there. Someone else shall bring you back.
Yes, my mother.
An example to all men.
It is for that I go.
You will be carried home,
Luxury.
cradled in your mother's arms.
You will spoil me.
I mean to spoil you.
I go to my reward.
You are an extraordinary young man, and you go to an extraordinary experience. You shall win a glory towering to heaven and usurping gods. Agave and you daughters of Cadmas, reach out your hands. I bring this young man to a great ordeal. The victor, Bromius, and I. The rest, the event shall show.
Run to the mountain, fleet hounds of madness! Run to the rebels of Cadmus' daughters! Sting them against the man in woman's clothes, the madman who spies on your Maenads, who peers from the rocks, who spies from a vantage.
Oh, justice, spirit of custom, come! Be manifest! Reveal yourself with a sword! Stab to the throat that godless man! The mocker who goes flouting customs, now raging God! Oh, justice, stab the evil earthborn spawn of Echion!
O Dionysus, reveal yourself a bull! Be manifest a snake with darting heads, a lion breathing fire! O Bacchus, come with your smile! Cast your noose about this man who hunts your BACCHAE! Bring him down! Trampled underfoot by the murderous herds of your Maenads!
How prosperous and hellish these halls once were. I am a slave and nothing more, yet even so, I mourn the fortunes of this fallen house.
What is it? Is there news of the BACCHAE?
This is our news. Pentheus, the son of Echion, is dead.
All hail Bromius! Our God is a great God!
What is this you say, woman? You dare to rejoice at the disasters that destroy this household? I am no Greek. I hail my God in my own way. No longer must I shrink in fear of prison.
If you suppose the city is so short of men!
Tell us how the mocker died!
How was he killed?
There were 5 of us in all, Pentheus and those attending my master, and that stranger who volunteered to serve us as guide, leaving behind us the last outlying farms of Thebes. Finally, in a glassy glen we halted, unmoving, silent, without a word, so we might see but not be seen.
But Pentheus, unhappy man, could not quite see the companies of women. Stranger, he said, from where I stand, I cannot see these counterfeited Maenads. But if I climb that towering fir that overhangs the banks, then I can see their shameless orgies better.
Then the stranger worked a miracle. He took the highest branch of fir and bent it down, down, down to the dark earth. Then he seated Pentheus at the highest tip, and with his hands rose the trunk straightly up, slowly and gently lowered slider.
And the tree rose, towering to heaven, with my master huddled at the top. And now the Maenads saw him, more clearly than he saw them. But barely had they seen, when there came a great voice out of heaven. Dionysus it must have been, crying,
Women, I bring you the man who has mocked at you and me and at our holy mysteries. Take vengeance upon him.
The BACCHAE heard that voice, but missed its words, and, leaping up, they stared, peering everywhere. Again, that voice.
Women, I bring you the man who has mocked at you and me and at our holy mysteries. Take vengeance upon him.
And then they knew his cry. The clear command of God, and breaking loose like startled doves through grove and torrent, over jagged rocks, they flew, their feet maddened by the breath of God. And when they saw my master perching in his tree, Agave cried out, Maenads, make a circle about the trunk and grip it with your hands. Unless we take this climbing beast, he will reveal the secrets of the god.
Then thousands of hands tore the fir tree from the earth, and down Pentheus fell, tumbling, screaming and sobbing, for he knew his end was near. His mother fell upon him first, like a priestess with her victim. He took off his wig and snood so she would recognize him, and he touched her cheeks, screaming,
No, Mother Pentheus, your own son, the child you bore to Echion. Pity me, spare me, Mother. I have done a wrong, but do not kill your own son for my offense.
She was foaming at the mouth, and her crazed eyes rolling with frenzy. She was mad, stark mad, possessed by Bacchus. Ignoring his cries of pity, she seized his left arm. Then, planting her foot upon his chest, she pulled, wrenching away the arm at the shoulder. Then Antonoway and the whole horde of BACCHAE swarmed upon him, shouts everywhere, he screaming with what little breath was left, they shrieking in triumph.
The pitiful remains lie scattered, one piece among the sharp rocks, others lying lost among the leaves in the depths of the forest. His mother, picking up his head, impaled it on her wand. She seemed to think it's some mountain lion's head, which she carries in triumph to the thick of Cathiron. But all the victory she carries home is her own grief.
Now, before Agave returns, let us leave the scene of sorrow, humility, a sense of reverence before the sons of heaven. Of all the prizes a moral man might win, these I say are wisest, these are best.
We dance to the glory of Bacchus! We dance to the death of Pentheus! The death of the son of the dragon!
He dressed in a woman's dress. He took the lovely thirsts and waved them down to death, led by a bull to Hades.
Hail, BACCHAE! Hail, women of Thebes! Your victory is fair, fair the prize, this famous prize of grief! Glorious the game! To hold your child in your arms, streaming with his blood!
Happy was the hunting. You citizens of this towered city, men of Thebes, behold the trophy of your women's hunting. This is the quarry of our chase, taken not with nets nor spears of bronze, but by the soft and delicate hands of women. But where's my father Cadmas? He should come. And my son, Pentheus, fetch him.
Follow me, attendants. Bear your dreadful burden in and set it down. There, before the palace. This was Pentheus, whose body, after long and weary searchings, I painfully assembled from Cathiron's glens, where it lay, scattered in shreds, dismembered throughout the forest, no two pieces in a single place. But Agave, they said, was on her way to Thebes, still possessed. And what they said was true, for there she is, and not a happy sight.
Now, Father, yours can be the proudest boast of living men, for you are now the father of the bravest daughters in the world. All your daughters are brave, but I above the rest. I have left my shuttle at the loom and raised my sight to higher things, like hunting animals with my bare hands. You see?
Oh, gods! How terribly I pity you and then myself. Justly, too justly, has Lord Bromius, this god of our own blood, destroyed us all. Every one.
Why do you reproach me? Is there something wrong?
First, raise your eyes to the heavens.
There. But why?
Does it look the same same as it did before, or has it changed?
It seems somehow clearer, brighter than it was before.
Do you still feel the same flurry inside you?
The same flurry? No, I feel as though my mind were somehow changing.
Can you still hear me? Can you answer clearly?
No, I've forgotten what we were saying, Father.
Who was your husband?
Echion, a man they said born of the dragon seed.
What was the name of the child you bore your husband?
Pentheus,
And whose head do you hold in your hands?
a lion's head. Or so the hunters told me.
Look directly at it, just a quick glance.
What is it? What am I holding in my hands?
Look more closely still. Study it carefully.
No! Oh gods! I see the greatest grief there is!
Does it look like a lion now?
No! No, it is Pentheus' head I hold!
And mourned by me before you ever knew.
But who killed him? Why am I holding him?
Oh, savage truth, what a time to come!
For God's sake, speak! My heart is beating with terror!
You killed him! You and your sisters!
But why?
You were mad. The whole city was possessed.
Now I see. Dionysus has destroyed us all.
You outraged him. You denied he was truly God.
Father, where's my poor boy's body now?
There it is. I gathered the pieces with great difficulty.
But why should Pentheus suffer for my crime?
He, like you, blasphemed the god, and so the god has brought us all to ruin at one blow. All our house the god has utterly destroyed, and I with it, for I have no sons left, no male heir, and I have lived only to see this boy, this branch of your own body, most horribly and foully killed. If there still be any mortal man who despises or defies the gods, let him look on this boy's death and believe in the gods.
Cadmus, I pity you. Your daughter's son dies as he deserves, and yet his death bears hard on you.
Oh, dearest face, pretty boyish mouth. Now with this veil I shroud your head, covering with loving care these mangled bloody limbs. This flesh I brought to birth.
Let this scene teach those who see these things. Dionysus is the son of Zeus.
So say I, born of no mortal father, Dionysus, true son of Zeus, a god.
The gods have many shapes. The gods bring many things to their